but with a sweet and delicate, rich aftertaste, Toastmaster Archit.
Am I audible? Throughout my life, I've had the privilege of consuming pizza. Not eating a pizza, but consuming a pizza. You see, pizzas always confuse me. They come in a squared box, inside which is a circular pizza, which is eaten in triangular pieces. We humans have built ourselves to leave the best for the last, yet we start eating pizzas from the center and finish with the mouth-drying, tasteless bread that wraps around it. Obviously, I've wasted a lot of my time dissecting pizzas. And one of the very few things that I actually learned while also wasting my time in school is that there's an analogy to everything. Displacement, angular displacement. Velocity, angular velocity. Acceleration, angular acceleration. Resistance, reluctance, current density, flux density. Pizza, life. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Archit, and in my very first Toastmasters meeting as a role bearer, I present to you my perfect construct of a pizza. One fine day, a person who goes by the name Archit decides that he really wants some pizza. He chooses a unique outlet which offers a proposition in which you can modify every slice of pizza the way you'd want it to be. And he always attempts to design a pizza so unique that it represents himself and the type of person he outs to be. He chooses a small size pizza which has 4 slices. 4 slices, each depicting one emotion. An emotion that has a story behind it. This pizza is a construct of his journey into this very club that he is a part of now, the Thapar Toastmasters special. It all starts with the first slice of pizza, depicting the very first phase of his Toastmasters journey. This slice is a combination of pineapple and grape tomatoes with an eloquent mint mayo sauce to drive it home. Pineapples represent the uncertainty that lies ahead of him, partly because he's never tried pineapple on pizza before. The thought of stepping out of his comfort zone and aspiring to join a public speaking club requires bold choices, hence the grape tomatoes. He continues to explain his journey into the Thapar Toastmasters Club and how he unknowingly wandered into the corridors outside Tan Audi, where he learned about the showcase meeting. The day was 19th October, a Wednesday. He remembers it like it was yesterday. He's seated next to a strange-looking man who first seems to be talking to himself. This strange man is dressed up formally from head to toe. His body is shivering, shaking, almost like he's nervous to do something, scared to say something, probably anxiously waiting for something. Archit nudges him and asks if all is good. Little did Archit know back then that that man would end up becoming the evaluator for his first ever speech in the Toastmasters Club. Toastmaster Anmol was the very first Toastmaster Archit had met. He was part of the reason why Archit became a Toastmaster. He represented all of the good, happy, fostering memories with mint. But not all things were minty. In his first PI interview, Archit was as arrogant as he could be. The moment he stepped out of activity space 2, he knew it was all over for him. He walked back in guilt. Guilt he had never felt. He felt like he threw his whole life away. For a person who'd always want to be a public speaker, a professional presenter, a skilled communicator, he should have acted like one. Every word had value, and Archit's faith rested in the hands of the interviewers and how they view his arrogance. Guilt. That's his theme for his second slice of pizza. And to embrace that guilt, he did what every single one of us would. A slice of classic cheese margarita pizza. His guilt margarita journey started far before his Toastmasters journey, specifically when he was in 8th grade. Fascinated by a new type of glue that he came across in his art class, young Archit stole that glue, which coincidentally matched the color of the teacher's chair in his school. Long story short, his social science teacher ended up with a red stain on her lower back. She was wearing a white kurta that day. That story brought guilt into little Archit's mind when he found out that that furniture in charge was fired as a result of it. Since then, Archit found comfort in a classic margarita pizza. That pizza slice charmed the likes of the Toastmaster interviewers, ultimately landing him into the Thapar Toastmasters Club. But Archit's journey so far has only just begun. begun. There's a lot to come and a lot to let go of. Everyone has their own reasons for joining this club and their own aspirations that they intend to get out of this club. For Archit, it was the people, the fellow Toastmasters who he wanted to surround himself with, a place that prepares him professionally and also a place that interests him. The moment he joined that club, he felt like he belonged. He belonged only because of those people who made him feel belong. This third slice is a toast to them. He met various people, each of whom had their own way of molding Archit. Some showed him his mistakes, while others showed him his points of improvements. Day by day, Archit became a better version of himself, as everyone does. If I were to give the speech tomorrow again, I know I do a better job than I'm doing today, because every single step of my journey is a step towards becoming better at something. And if every step I take is not a step that propels me into improving myself, then I ask myself, what am I even doing in life? There are weeks where not a single day goes by without Archit asking himself this very question. There are also weeks where Archit works tirelessly into becoming a better person. This third slice of pizza is a representation of just that. Everyone has a good day and a bad day, but what matters at the end is that we make the best of our bad days by learning from them and try our best to turn the bad into the good. This slice is filled with all the vegetables Archit can possibly find. Some he loves and others he likes. But we often can't be picky in our choices, and we have to make the best of any opportunities we've been given, even if it isn't what we've always wanted. Things may go your way, but more often than not, they're a multipolar hex plane where we just can't control the future. These set of veggies represent just that. You can't control what vegetables come into your mouth when you take that bite. Some of them are those you desire, and the rest are those you embrace. Although we may not be able to control the specifics, we have the ability to control the general idea of our future. Some people have specific aims that they like to achieve, and others have a simple idea of what they want to achieve, but the elements that revolve around it still remain diluted in their minds. Archit is more of the latter. He asks the chef to design something special, something magical, something that is in the oblivion. But the general idea of that last slice is to keep it spicy, salty, but with a sweet and delicate, rich aftertaste. Archit knows that in his future, he wants to fervent change. Some change that will benefit humanity, impact it, and help those who are in need. What change? That he doesn't know. But what he does know is that he'll have one unique bumpy ride. A bumpy ride which one day would be his story to tell. A story filled with emotion, anger. A story that finishes off with content and satisfaction. A story which is spicy and salty, but with a sweet and delicate, rich aftertaste. Thank you. Over to the TM Moody.